A backpack suddenly fell from the sky, and the man quickly blew a whistle. Moments later, only a single rope held by the girl on the cliffside was supporting the weight of 5 people. Suddenly, the anchor bolts began to loosen. The father tried his best to calm the 2 children above, while the 2 people below struggled non-stop, further increasing the likelihood of the bolts coming loose. One bolt shifted again. At that point, only the family of 3 remained on the cliff. Although the weight had decreased, the single remaining bolt still couldn't support all 3 of them. At this rate, they would all fall. The father asked the others to stay conscious, then told Annie to try to reach the rock wall and place another bolt. But no matter how hard she tried, her arm fell just short of reaching the rock surface. Meanwhile, the last bolt was on the verge of popping out. At that moment, the father told his son to take out a knife and cut the rope. He was going to sacrifice himself to save his 2 children. The siblings were devastated and couldn't accept it, but the experienced father knew that if things continued like this, they would all die. Under his firm insistence, the son finally made the painful choice. 4 years later, the father's death left the son with no courage to climb again, so he became a videographer for a geography magazine. Annie held onto their father's dream and not only continued climbing but even landed on the front cover of the magazine. Unfortunately, while pushing her limits on another challenge, a strong wind suddenly blew in midair, just as Annie struck her hammer down. She accidentally fell into a cave, and an avalanche followed. 2 of her teammates were blown away instantly, and the remaining 2 ran into the cave just in time to escape. But soon the avalanche buried the entrance, and the 3 of them were trapped inside. One teammate was injured. Without rescue, they would all die there. Back at the base, the brother was devastated upon hearing what happened to his sister. Suddenly, he remembered their father had taught them Morse code. He quickly used the radio to send out a signal. Annie responded using Morse code as well, letting them know that 3 people were still alive. The brother then borrowed explosives from the military and, together with 5 extreme adventurers, set off to rescue his sister. A helicopter dropped the 6 of them at the highest altitude it could reach. From there, they had to rely on themselves.